You know what they say, in hardcore Minecraft, only the strong survive. And yes, I may have some of the most overpowered items in the entire game and killed some of the most powerful bosses in Minecraft, but that's still not enough. The key to strength is automation. And the second one is infrastructure and transportation. I think we can kill two birds with one stone, metaphorically speaking here, if we automate the production of rockets. Now, in order to make infinite rockets, I am going to need to make gunpowder and paper, which means I'll need to make a creeper farm as well as a sugarcane farm. But you gotta admit, that's kind of boring, honestly. You know, having all these separate farms and having to go through all the process of crafting them myself, that's terrible. There should be something we should do about this. And fortunately, since we're in Minecraft 1.21, we can actually automatically craft items together using the new crafter block. So that means that we can make all these farms and automate the production of rockets 100% entirely. So I'll never have to dirty my hands again by reaching into the crafter and manually assembling rockets. I mean, who does that anymore? So let's grab ourselves a crafter real quick and see how this thing works. So it looks like you can click to disable each of these slots, and I guess for just having rockets, we're only gonna need 2. So just the paper and the gunpowder. For making the paper itself, we're gonna need 3 slots open so we can make the sugarcane into the paper there. And it looks like you cannot actually pull these out manually, but if you give it a redstone signal, it should pop out the item. Perfect. I may have to spend a little bit more time playing around with that, but for now, we know what we have to do. We've got to make ourselves a creeper farm and a paper farm. And luckily, I have the ingredients over here and all the building materials to make the creeper farm. A pretty simple one. And we are also pretty close to an ocean, which is an ideal location to build this in. So I'm going to grab myself all these resources and then head out and start building. All right, so let's pillar up here to the surface and we can start building a platform. All right, and I think we're going to make this out of glass. So let's just make a quick platform here and we should be good. With the farm now completed, we have ourselves a fully sustainable source of gunpowder. This is what I got from AFKing for just a couple minutes up at the top. And I've got to say, it's looking pretty good. So out of our different items to automate, I think we can check gunpowder off the list. I think this should be fine. So our next item to automate will be paper, which means we need to create a sugarcane farm. And it's raining again. But in order to make the sugarcane farm, we're gonna need to make ourselves some slime blocks. And I know I have a couple, but I probably don't have nearly enough for what we need. Yeah, I think I have a grand total of 17 slime balls, which really isn't enough for anything. So we're definitely gonna have to find some more slime. There are several ways I could go about this. 1, I could just create a slime farm and a slime chunk. 2, I could go find a swamp. Or 3, I could use the new potion, the potion of oozing, which requires just 1 slime block. And we can splash this on some mob and then just kill them all and then get ourselves a bunch of slime. Where do you think you're going? I could do this on my sheep or on my cows, but I have got myself a couple chickens as well over here. And I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to grab a bunch of these chickens, just stick them in a box, splash them with the potion, and get ourselves a bunch of slimes. So let's breed up these chickens and see how many we can get. And in the meantime, I'll gather the other resources I'm going to need for this farm. After a little bit of mining and a little bit more crafting, I've got myself the rest of the materials we're going to need for this farm. Aside from one thing, and that's slime blocks. And to do that, we're going to need to make the new potion. So let's make one of those real quick, and then I'll show you guys the setup that I've got for this. And there we go, potions of oozing. So over here in my little chicken enclosure, we've got quite a few, and down here I've actually got a little space set up so I can sneak in here and just kill them all. So what I need to do is head through here. So inside of the chamber here, if we break these 9 blocks, all the chickens should start coming down. So let's break this one and... okay, that's a lot. All right, there's quite a few chickens in here and they're still coming down. So I'm gonna actually break this a little bit more just to speed up the process. And then hopefully I'll be able to fly out of here. All right, last couple chickens have almost gone down into the pit. You know, we can keep these last 2 guys here and breed them up later if we need to. What the heck? So anyway, we've got quite a few chickens in here, and I do need to still apply the potion to them. So I'm gonna head over here. So we got a couple chickens down here now, and I think if we just throw the oozing potion, I'm not sure what range it has. Looks like a decent amount of the chickens actually got it. So, but now we should be ready. If I just head down here, I can just kill all the chickens, and we should get a ton of slime. There, we can put the looting one in the offhand and then still kill them with the netherite sword. All right, hear the sound of slime, so let's just keep killing all these chickens. All right, I guess this is a pretty decent XP farm as well. All right, overall, we got 3.5 stacks of slime balls, which should be enough for 25 slime blocks, which is more than enough for what we need. And if we ever need any more slime, we can always repopulate the chickens once again. And with that, we should be about ready to build our sugarcane farm. And with that, our sugarcane farm is now completely up and running, and we have automatic sugarcane. Now, of course, we want this to all be producing rockets automatically as well, which means we're actually going to have to hook up some crafters, which means we're going to have to grab the items from under here, place them... Excuse me, sir. Actually, I have a looting sword. Might as well use that on him to see if we can maybe get a trident out of this. Oh! First try. That was on 100% skill, 0% luck. I'm just that good at Minecraft, guys. I'm just that good. All right, let's stick that in here for now, just so we don't lose it. I may have lost several hours of sleep as well as several brain cells and potentially dropped several IQ points as well, but I finally got our auto crafter setup completed. And no, I definitely did not just copy this from a YouTube tutorial eventually. So I did work a few things out. I obviously don't need item sorters because this is only going to be producing gunpowder, so that shouldn't be a problem. But then over here, I actually did have to add some additional storage and then make this water elevator bubble column thing with a toggle switch down here to get the sugar cane loaded and sent off here. You probably wouldn't understand it. It's 1,000 IQ sort of things. That being said, I barely understand what I did either, so if we fill up this hopper with gunpowder, we can go over here and change the setting here so that it actually starts sending over the sugar cane, which should be automatically processed into paper here, and that is automatically getting sent into here, and we should be getting... Nice. I love how I've basically gotten to the point where I'm just too lazy to even craft things myself. I have to automate a setup to do it for me. But yeah, at this point we have automated sugarcane, which is actually running right now, and then automated gunpowder, and then down here, automated rockets. Honestly, if my shulker box starts getting low, I can just hook it up here and let it fill up itself. This farm should be enough to solve our transportation problems, and we should now be able to basically go as far as we want in any direction without having to worry about how to get back. So a little while ago, I had to head back here to grab a few more supplies for my build, and as you may be able to hear from in here, somehow our two Fletcher villagers got zombified, and so now we have Bob and Bill. They're both curing. Hopefully the guy in the back cures first so they don't just get reconverted again. But yeah, hopefully Bob and Bill are all right. They don't seem very appreciative of me right now. Get better, guys. And before I forget, I did get this trident before, so we should probably make sure to enchant this before it gets too late. All right, hopefully this is good enchantment. You know, impaling 4, I'll take it. And I do have a mending book. I also got a channeling book from the trial chambers, so we should have pretty much everything we need. Alright, if we just get one more impaling 4 book, then we will have a maxed out trident, and that's, I think that's pretty good. I also have a soul speed book that I've been meaning to put on my boots, and I've just never got a chance to, so let's do that as well. And let's get this trident all mended up here. So now that we've got rockets automated and traveling is no longer a problem, there is something else that I would like to have automated too. It's actually something I haven't gotten yet in this world, and that is a Totem of Undying, because, yeah, I have a shield, but you know, a totem would be a lot nicer, let's be honest. So I've got all the materials here I'm going to need for our preliminary raid farm, but next I have to find a place that is suitable to build this. We need a flat location, preferably close to a village, but not so close to home. All right, this actually might be far enough. It's pretty flat, and it's not too close to our base. It's over there, but, you know, it should be all right. We'll have to clear out a few trees and a few mobs as well, but it shouldn't be too bad of a place to build. All right, the area has been totally cleared, and we're about ready to start building this farm. We need a villager next, and we do have a village close-ish by, luckily. Okay, you are not going to do the job. Let's find someone else who's actually capable of, you know, working. Here you go, you, sir. Perfect. This is working a lot better than I expected, even if it does look slightly cursed. Just hope that the lead doesn't break while he's, you know, flying in the air behind me. All right, that actually worked a lot better than I was expecting it to. All right, and you should pop right in. Perfect. We need water buckets in these corners to flush the mobs in. Then make sure the lava stays in when we place it in here. We need to put these. And we should be able to place the lava bucket in, and it shouldn't be able to come out. So this is going to be the killing chamber down here, so we're going to need to dig this down. We'll have to stick the bell here so we can find out where the raiders are when the raid starts. We're going to need to make ourselves way up here, so let's place all these signs on every single one of these blocks. Place a bucket of water here, and then ender pearl all the way down. All right, now we've got a way to go up and back down again. So I do want to test this once real quickly. I have a couple ominous bottles back here at the base. We've got some bad omen 5 and then just some bad omen 1s. I'm probably going to just try the bad omen 1 first just to see what happens. All right, so we're down here and we've got ourselves bad omen. Not sure if it will work, but let's find out, I guess. I have to head up just to trigger the raid because we'll be closer to the villager. There we go. And here we go. The raid has started. Okay. So obviously right now we're not using this to get emeralds. If we were, I'd be using a looting 3 sword, but I'd rather not allow any potential vexes to spawn, especially because I haven't gotten any totems yet. And we've got our first totem of undying. Would you look at that? So this is deep enough to actually kill everyone, including the evokers. This might be a very bad idea, but I think I'm gonna head up there just to see where they're at. Should be over in this direction. I think that's where, oh, looks like they're all stuck in the cave here. All right, there we go. I guess we did it. And we got 5 totems out of that. So not bad at all. That was only a raid level 1. We still have a ton of extra of these bottles. So we can do a ton of raids at much higher levels. They say the point of hardcore Minecraft is that you only have 1 life, but now I have 27. Store those in here for future use. And it looks like Bob and Bill finally got cured. It's about time, guys. It was like 25 minutes before they turned back. Now I do have this trident, which I haven't used yet, and I'm not really sure what target to try it on first. I mean, we could just like try it on a pig, because why not? All right, that did barely any damage. See, since you can find tridents in trial chambers, I had a whole video planned where I was going to go back to the trial chambers and get myself a trident, but no, the RNG just had to ruin my upload schedule. I'm kidding. I'm glad I have this trident, and we can always get a second one for like Riptide or whatever, even though we have an Elytra, which is better in every way. In the future, there's probably going to be a few more other things that I want to automate, but I think we've got pretty much a lot of the main ones done for this point in time. So that's where we're going to leave off today's episode. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, like it. If you didn't like it anyway, or otherwise, I'll come after you with the full force of law. I will specifically hire a lawyer to target you and prosecute you and jail you for not liking my video. I'm sure that's completely within reason of the legal system. Anyway, like the video, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you next time. Bye.